Hey Caroline, hey LA, hey double A. And I've been tired as hell ever since I got my sleep messed up. I've been staying up all night and then I only slept 2 hours before I came over here. Man, I've been exhausted. Just got lucky getting up for that sunrise this morning. I just woke up after falling asleep watching TV. I thought I'll come down and get this sunrise and Hilton Head sunrise. Hey Samka, look at the beautiful ocean. Hey John boy. Oh yeah, we're good. Now, but believe it or not, Daisy doesn't like coming down here. First of all, she hates the heat. She hates the sun, even though it isn't sunny now, but she doesn't like all this stuff that she steps in. They got these sand fleas and sand spurs and all this shit. Look at this, nobody on the beach but me. Now this is one thing that I'm surprised about here, to be honest with you. And that is that, I shouldn't say there isn't ever anybody here. Well, there were deer down here this morning. I didn't see them, but there were tracks all over. Deer tracks. See now, these tracks here, they're from the Turtle Patrol. Right here, Turtle Patrol. Hey, Squirrely. Yeah, you come down here, have the beach to yourself. I know I mentioned this before, but people ask me about it all the time. They don't listen to the whole chat, which I don't blame them. And this isn't a private beach, but it's behind a gated neighborhood. And most of the people are older. So in order to get here, you'd need to walk for about an hour, a little over 3 miles. And most people don't want to do that, so they just stay where the public access is at. So that's why I'm here by myself all the time. Usually. This is Blues. Hey Michael. Hey Mystique. Yeah, now I'd rather this though than a bunch. Now you go down to Coligny Beach or South Beach on Hilton Head, and it's just jammed with people. You'll be lucky to have a big enough space to roll out your blanket. And here we are, 10 miles away. Got the whole beach by yourself. Hey birds. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's nice, but I mean, I could only take so much of this, to be honest with you. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Moon's out tonight. Yeah, I mean it's not crazy money here, but it's expensive. It's the houses range from about $1 million to now to $9 million. There aren't too many $9 million ones. Like that house right there, if you can see it right in front of me, that's $4 million. The one to the left right there is 3.5. And you can't see it too good. There's a Spanish home that's right up the road here. There's two of them actually. One's $5 million, actually one's $11 million. But most of them are like $2-3 million range. Housely, your taxes are about $26,000 a year on $1.5 million. Your homeowners fees are about $1,600 a month on $1.5 million or so. So, yeah, it's expensive. Hey, Paul. I mean, it is expensive. It's not like Palm Beach, though, Florida, or Malibu, California, or anything like that. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not middle class, but it's not. You know, you can be middle class and just got lucky in the stock market and live here, where you can't do that in like Malibu, South Beach, Palm Beach. Like that guy right there in that house in front of me. All these houses actually, but this house in particular, every 3 months it's $2,200 to have the windows cleaned. The salt in the air just and it just disintegrates everything outside, corrodes it. Well, let me give you an example. Like around here, it's like you got a lot of educated, cultured, refined people, and you notice it in subtle ways. I'll give you an example. Like I just so happened to get up this morning to record the sun rising. You notice this in other places too. A place I could tell you is Ann Arbor, Michigan. You just got educated people that appreciate nice things, and that's why people are willing to pay a lot of money to live here. So I'm standing like right around here, right? Recording the sun coming up, and every single person that was riding a bike or walking on the beach saw me doing this and went behind me so they didn't get in front of the camera. It's just little things like that where, you know, everybody waves, everybody is very refined. If you're ever standing in line to get something to eat or waiting for something, you overhear their conversation. They're just people you'd love to have as neighbors. They're considerate, they're polite, everybody says excuse me. You don't have a bunch of riffraff. And that's one thing you really notice down here. It isn't snootiness or a bunch of white trash. It's just nice people, good conversation. Yeah, it is nice. It's nice, and you notice it everywhere. And I'll tell you where else you notice is when you go to a grocery store, you go to a restaurant. Even the cashiers at the grocery stores are always so refined and polite and witty and engage in good conversation. It's really nice. Yeah, that's exactly it, Devil. Nice, and that's why people pay down here. It's a family-oriented place. But all the neighbors are super nice. I mean, if you had a problem here, you fell or anything, there'd be 10,000 people wanting to help you. Yeah, they go down to South Beach, Coligny, and Sea Pines, which I don't really care for. No, that's it. Don't like. That's exactly right. Though it's another subtlety. That's exactly right. No plexiglass at the store when you go to buy a bottle of wine. None of that stuff. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I like coming over here and visiting. Like my lox platter today. Believe it or not, I like that thing, and I can't get them in Crawfordville. I don't even know where I'd have to drive to get one. Not that it's gourmet food, it just isn't served very much. They got, believe it or not, they only have one Jewish deli here, and that's the one that I go to in the morning. And he's a no-nonsense Jew from New York, and his two sons. I mean, I brag about Jews all the time. I like dealing with them. You know, there's a lot of jokes, criticism, but there's no fucking around. They're not trying to rip you off. They're into quality. It's kind of curt, get to the point. You know, here's a kick-ass corned beef sandwich. It's $21. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. Which is kind of nice. Yeah, there's a lot of Jews down here. Yeah, there are. And thank God there's a Jewish deli. But there, I give A+ to Jews. No, it's expensive. Yeah, it's an excellent Jewish deli, which is hard to find. There was a place when I was living in South Florida, Lake Worth Deli. I've talked about this before. Glenn Sandlin is his name. Greatest deli I've ever been to. Better than Zingerman's in Ann Arbor. Better than Corky and Lenny's in Cleveland, Slyman's in Cleveland. Better than Manny's is a Jewish deli in Chicago. That sucks, believe it or not, for as big as Chicago is. Their Jewish delis are terrible. But it was called Lake Worth Deli. Just great everything. I ate there all the time. Best roast beef sandwiches. There's stuff you could get there that I don't even order anywhere else because I know it's going to be crappy. And everything was going great there. I know that he had $42,000 Sundays there because I knew a waitress that worked there. I mean, that's pretty good for a small deli. Anyway, long story short, he was fucking around. He was aviation too. I talked to him about airplanes all the time. I wasn't friends with him, but if he saw me, he'd say hi to him. And the wife wanted a divorce because he was fucking around all the time. And he decided to hire a hitman, and he got caught. He should be getting out of prison now if he isn't out already, but he got 25 or 30 years. Lake Worth Deli ended up selling to a corporation. There was a guy that used to sit people there named Lester. It's never back to what it was, and that's because it's a corporation and their bean counters as opposed to good food, and this is what it cost. I haven't been there in probably 15 years, but that was the place to go. Yeah, Daisy's with her friends, big time. Last couple nights, Daisy's been cuddling a lot, kind of weird. Yeah, this is the Atlantic Ocean. This is Hilton Head, South Carolina. Yeah. Now there's people way down there on the point down there. Look at the moon. I'll catch a sunset if I happen to get up in the morning good enough. These are, you think these are seagulls, but they're actually terns. Not Detroit, nope. Yeah, Daisy's having a good time. Marty's a fanatic about animals, like paying for their surgeries, gourmet food. These dogs eat hamburger, turkey, chicken. He makes them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, believe it or not. No, Daisy. His wife's here this time, actually. She's leaving in the morning. One of her friends died, and she's going to Augusta. We're leaving Monday morning. We're going to Dothan, where he bought that car collection. Yeah, lox is kind of like, you got to get used to it. You know, it's like clams or beer. I really like it. They got a really, I know the waiter here pretty good. I talked to him for quite a while. He had to leave today because his kids locked him outside of his apartment. Yeah, Marty's a first-class guy. Really good guy. He's a super charming guy. Everybody likes him. I mean, you go anywhere with Marty at the gas station, he's always giving the clerk $100, and he's always paying for random people's groceries in line. And, he's just a very kind, generous guy. Yeah, well, the Jews, you know, the Jews, part of one of their mantras in their religion is to make the world a better place than it was when they entered it. I mean, of course, that doesn't happen all the time, but I certainly wouldn't mind being a Jew. Yeah, Marty's super kind-hearted, big time. Yeah, he's always, everything, you name it, he's there to help people. Believe it or not, too, you can walk a dog down here, which you'd think would be crazy in this day and age. A lot of people do it. Like I said, Daisy doesn't really like it. People down here, somebody was telling me today, Marty's wife was telling me today, people are getting bit by copperheads around here. You know, they're real protective of the Jews here. That's why if you see up here, this is all natural, which I kind of like, actually. It's not like Fort Lauderdale where they bring a front end loader down and scrape out all the natural vegetation. Over the years, these municipalities have backed off that. They've hired consultants, and they know what works and what doesn't work. So here you got like the beach where the water comes up and goes. And you got a beach area, which I don't know if that's natural or they did the same thing everybody else did years ago. But as you get up to like here, This is all protected. This is all like I don't know what it is, really, sea grapes and sea oats, and they call them a bunch of other things. When you get up around here, this stuff is all protected. They don't even want you stepping on the dunes other than to go back through the trail. Man, I've come back here at night before and it got super dark, and I cannot find the damn trail. And it is a bitch trying to find these skinny trails in the pitch dark. Yeah, it's warm here. It's 87 right now. Yep. I bought some Dragon's Milks today. I can get them at Whole Foods. When I gotta buy stuff, I gotta do it secretly. Like last night, I bought our dinner at the Brazilian steakhouse, and I gotta like tell the guy ahead of time. Marty will like go give me his credit card to go get something, and I buy it, and I just give him back the credit card and don't say anything. No, I'm in Hilton Head. I'm about ready to pull the trigger on my house design. I'm gonna go with one of those barnuminiums, they call it. Barnuminium. See, this is all protected like vegetation. Yeah, always. Yeah. There's a place, believe it or not, luckily in Madison, that wrecks these things. Like, here it is right here. This is kind of nice. It's natural vegetation. See, like these houses right here, this is a $3 million house, which isn't that bad for being on the beach. This is a $4 million house next to it. You know, you're not going to believe it. There's plenty of people that own these homes, and they only come here for 2 weeks out of the year. The rest of the time it's vacant. And they pay all that tax and homeowners fees. I think the way the world is going crazy, though, that you're going to, find more and more gated neighborhoods, because you can't depend on the cops to show up when you want them to. These are armed security guards here at this gated neighborhood. Insurance isn't bad. Well, it isn't with Marty's. Now that's, you can see where I walk back. He's not on the water. I wouldn't want to be on the water, to tell you the truth. It still gives access for like anybody walking down here to like come up behind your house and nobody know it. You can get right through the gated community. I mean, no place is 100%, but they're super strict here on the homeowners association. You can't leave a bucket in the driveway if you wash your car. I'm surprised we can bring a pickup in here. You can't bring a motorcycle in here. No loud music. They mark these areas so if like something happens, you can tell them what like post you're at. Oh, you would not, Dave. Even when you put an addition, do something to your house. I'll give you an example. I'll show you when we come up here. You got to meet a building code with an architect. I'm not talking about simple stuff like fences and lights and that kind of crap. I'm talking about design. And I'll give you a perfect example up here. Yeah, I mean, I think the ocean's cool, but I wouldn't care if I lived near it or not, to tell you the truth. And I prefer like clear water like Florida and big waves like Florida. Up here. Yeah, it's expensive, Sonia. You know, a lot of stuff in life's lucky. People get lucky. Marty got lucky. Marty is a high school graduate, and he just got into a thing, and it worked out. And where he went, they needed. He saw how much money it was in. He used to sell cars, sell digital advertising. I mean, he and just got into this paper industry. I wish the hell I'd have known about the paper industry. Man, let me tell you, if you got somebody coming up, that's the way to go. Bach paper industry. Crazy money. See, you see these windows up here on the side of this house? You'll see two glass windows, and then you'll see like an empty spot where a window should have went. And I asked the guy about that one day, and it was the homeowners association. They want a window every so many feet. They don't want walls with big empty spaces. So even though they didn't put a window there, they wanted a place where a window should go. So some of this stuff will piss you off, but by and large, it keeps it nice. Yeah. I usually see this lady. She's a big dog walker. Yeah, there's huge money in paper. Marty's got a guy that he worked with when he worked for Pratt Industries. Marty was making $350 with a full expense account and a company car 25 years ago as an employee with a high school diploma. And they offered him more to stay. Oh, you can only hear a few words? Yeah, it'll get better. I'll turn it back on when I get to the pool. I'll get to the pool in a little bit, in about 5 minutes. Hey, Annie. Yeah, we had it out about 10 in the morning. We got here yesterday afternoon. Hang on, I'll be right back. It's time to party now. Oh, that's cool, Sonia. Yeah, a lot of Jews in Naples. Just sit down here, drink this dragon's milk. Good. That's it, Sonia. Really, Samka? Yeah, I just come down here and party. Oh, cool. You know, there are not any lights in the pool. No, there's not. And there wasn't ever any in there. I looked in there the daytime today, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I don't really like swimming that much. I don't want Marty's wife to see me in my bathing suit. Now, the plus thing is, you know, nice restaurants, sit by this pool. But other than that, and a lot of people will bitch about this, is there's really nothing to do at night. That's why I say it's a family place. If you're here like a guy like me, there's no bars to go. There is a topless bar, believe it or not. There's one topless bar. Uh, there's no bars to go to, really. And if there are, they close early. I mean, it's not really a drinking party atmosphere. And another thing, there's no place to like pull up to and watch the boats go by or anything like that. There's no good place like down in Florida where you could pull up to the beach or, you know, a bridge that opens and lets the boats in or something like that. So really, once the sun's down here, I mean, that's why I bought a bunch of stuff at Whole Foods today, because I know that once the sun's down here, I'm screwed. There is a 24-hour diner that's really good down the road. I go to it once in a while. But I bought some like bunch of stuff at Whole Foods, some good beer, because just partying. The traffic's pretty heavy around here. But you'll find a lot of people like hang out by their pools at night and that kind of stuff. Yeah, diner's good. Yeah, Hilton Head Diner it's called, I think. Hilton Head. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Just my opinion, which isn't worth anything. I think the restaurants at Hilton Head are good, not great. I think they're good, not great. Like Marty was just up in Lombard, outside of Chicago, with his wife, and the food there is killer. There's like 50 places you can eat. And he said the food was better there than Hilton Head. And it's like, yeah, you're right, it is. I didn't want to tell you that. And I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I'm ungrateful or I don't like Hilton Head. The food's good here, not great. Rooms, it's expensive as hell. Now, at the beginning of this gated neighborhood, there's the West End is here. And you can play like on a popular weekend, Memorial Day, something like that. New Year's, of course. You can pay $2 grand a night there. I don't know what they're getting now. I know it's still expensive. You know, you'll go on the website and it looks like you can get a room there for 300 a night, but when you go to actually book one, you'll find that just like airline tickets, you'll find those rooms are gone. You can spend 4, 5, 600 a night there, no problem. And that's right. I did a little video of it last time I was down here. Oh yeah, the rich. Yep. And Disney's got a place down here too. I want to say it's the Disney Hilton, but I could be wrong on that. And then you got the chain hotels, you know, down there around South Beach and stuff, and Sea Pines. I mean, to be honest with you, it's shocking to me the people that vacation here. I don't really get it. I think there's so many better places you could go. I just don't understand it. The water's murky. I mean, you can't see 10 inches in the water. There's no waves. The nightlife sucks. It's super expensive. You could stay so much cheaper in a nice town along the east coast of Florida with clear, crystal clear water. It's a mystery to me. Although it's also another 600 miles, 400, 600 miles. So maybe that's it. But why anybody would come here and drop that kind of cash for lodging just to sit around a pool is a mystery. Yeah, that too. Dads bring their family. Although I've talked to people in line when I'm going to get something to eat and stuff, and they'll tell me if you've got kids over 12, you're kind of screwed in any of these resorts. There's nothing for them to do. Underneath that age, there is. But they said in early teens, like, it's not the place to bring kids older than that. They'll be bored out of their mind. Yeah, but I like the little things down here. I like the fresh squeezed orange juice, the lobster sandwiches, the lox platter in the morning. See, that place isn't open on Sunday. Let me give you an example of what a good guy Marty is. He gets his hair cut at some place around here anyway. The lady that normally cuts it has cancer, and he still gets his hair cut there, but always gives $300 in an envelope to give to the lady. And he called her today, and the poor old soul was by herself in an emergency room. She was throwing up, probably because of the chemotherapy. Well, anyway, it doesn't look like this lady's ever going to make it back to work. And Marty calls her and tells her, there's anything you need, if you need a place, my wife and I can keep an eye on you, and got an extra bedroom over here. If you need some money or, whatever we can do to help you, you make sure you call. The lobster sandwiches are $35. They're good, but that's a lot for a sandwich. There's some stuff I just don't feel comfortable paying that for it. There's a place called here named Java Burrito, I think. Yeah, Java Burrito. I think it's the biggest bang for your buck. Everything's super fresh. It's good. Yeah, they're really good people, yeah. Yeah, he gives her money. She hasn't even worked in 6 months. And they've got every one-eyed, three-legged dog there is in the world. Yeah, we had some great storms tomorrow. It was cloudy down there. It wasn't that great of a night. I mean, it's always beautiful. I'm not complaining. But this morning was nice. I'd like to say it's an exceptional, but it really was not. It was just a typical beautiful. This place is known for its sunrises, Hilton Head, which I don't really understand. You'd think that any place on the east coast of the Atlantic Ocean would be known for their sunrises. I mean, what's different, right? You got clouds, the sun, the ocean. But there's something about just I don't know, the way the water strikes the beaches or the depth, or every morning is like the cloud display is just fantastic. It's so gorgeous. But I like to say today was exceptional, but it's just like that all the time. Yeah, you would like Java Burrito, it's called. Really good. Yep. And that Brazilian steakhouse is good too. But you can only eat that so much. Now, the thing about the Brazilian steakhouse is that those are not quality cuts of meat. I'm not bitching, but they're the experts at fire roasting meat and seasoning it. If you're a real good at cuisine and like a culinary arts grad and a lot of experience, those are like long traditional recipes. I don't know how they make that meat, but they can take like a crappy cut of meat like skirt steak or leg of lamb and make it good. But it is never going to be as good as like a choice uh, ribeye or a choice uh, porterhouse or filet, or it's just not as good. There is a difference on you, yeah. Yeah, but those Brazilians really got that spice in the way they roast that meat. It's a tougher thing of meat. Brisket is a tough, cheap cut of meat, which is why you gotta smoke it for 18 hours before you can chew it. But the way you prepare it and the length of time it takes and the way it's seasoned and barbecued, it's good. Brisket is good, but they make it good on the preparation, not because it's naturally a good cut of meat. Yeah, it's really good. Brazilian Steakhouse is good. I go to them a couple times a year. Yeah, I think it's good. The salad bar blow your mind. I never video when I'm in there because there's too many people in it. It's just you can't do it without anybody watching. And I don't want to wreck anybody's good time in there. You know, some people that's like a birthday dinner and it's like sacred, and they don't want to be on video, or they any little thing that's wrong they have a fit. I was talking to the owner last night for about 15 minutes, and we were talking about customers and food cost and vegetables. I don't know if you guys know it or not. He was telling me last night that uh, there's a shortage of potatoes now. That their vegetable purveyor let him know, hey, you better start phasing out the potato dishes for a week or two. And I guess the reason for that is they can't find fertilizer for them, which seems like a long way off. There's a big difference between dropping fertilizer to grow potatoes and saying that we don't have potatoes anymore. But yeah, that's what he said. He told me that the lamb chops they serve, most lamb that you'll find in chop form comes from New Zealand. That those lamb chops there are $4 a piece. Yeah. No, I don't get to Atlanta too much. Honestly, is that the older I get, I'm avoiding places like that, like the plague. I mean, I'm going to build this new house. I'm going to have a bird feeder cam, an infrared nighttime cam for animals. I'm going to have a rain room where when it pours, I can just lay in a bed, watch Pornhub while it rains. And I'm getting to where I got it so made that I don't do shit, that I don't want to mess it up by getting murdered trying to get some interview for YouTube. You hear a noise, Annie? Boy, the bugs were louder than Crawfordville when I first came out here tonight. Right? Oh, restaurant? The turtle soup's good. But if you go to one of these Brazilian steakhouses, the display they have of vegetables is fantastic. But like the owner was saying last night, I already knew this though, is vegetables aren't cheap anymore. Back in the day when you had a steakhouse, you didn't give a shit what lettuce costs and artichoke hearts and big slab of salmon. It's not like that anymore. Everything's a lot. I know the guy that owns the McDonald's franchises that my sister used to own, and I know the guy that runs them for him, and I still keep in touch with those guys actually. And their meat went up 44% in 1 year at McDonald's. 44%. And that's a company that contracts with, futures and locks in prices for years in advance. Oh, I'll try that. LA, did you move yet? Yeah, I went down the beach and not I slept a lot, man. That messing my sleep up, man. I was tired for a whole day. Feel pretty good right now though. I hope I can do another sunrise in the morning. Oh, good for you. How is it so far? Yeah, it is, Wayne. Sure is. Yeah, it was nice in the sunrise. I'll tell you what was weird with that sunrise video is that was a like 12 or 13 minute video, and the internet sucks down there, and it takes forever. So depending on what I'm going to do, before I headed back, I started uploading the video, and actually in a half hour, a 13-minute video was uploaded, and I can't figure that out. I don't know what happened there, or if it compressed the video, but it usually doesn't do that. It's weird. Oh, I'm glad it came out clear, because I thought maybe it just like rendered it in 360 or something like that, and it was blurry. Yeah, this is my buddy's house, actually, where I'm at right now. If you go over to the Westin, I did a video of that last time I was here. It's a pretty nice pool setup and stuff. Bars at the pool. I just can't see paying $300 a night at a hotel room. I mean, maybe if I was 18 and I had a new girlfriend. But at this stage of the game, the moon. Oh, it could be, yeah. Oh, the blue light. The blue light, I don't know why that is there. I think it looks blue, but that's the light that comes out of Marty's bedroom. It's not really blue, it just looks blue on here for some reason. I don't know where Frederick's at. Oh, yeah, they did, Conan. Yeah, they sure did. Here comes Marty outside. No, I guess he's not coming outside. Yeah, it's not blue. I know it looks like that, but it's more of like a fluorescent white shine, the way it's shining through the glass. Yeah, that's what it is. I bet you're reflecting off those blue chairs. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Yeah, that's what it is, probably. Yep. How you feeling, Conan? No, I don't really like swimming that much. The water's warm in there too. You could be in there for like a long time. You don't even need to heat it. Oh, good, Conan. Yeah, well, I had a late lunch, late breakfast at that Jewish deli, and then I cooked a vegetarian pizza from uh, Whole Foods. Yeah, COVID is getting worse. Sure is. They showed a map of Michigan the other day. There's like 19 counties that are highest level ever. Yeah, I don't know what. There's nothing to do here. Just sit here and get buzzed on this dragon's milk. Go in, eat these Thai noodles I got at Home Depot. Watch some boxing on TV. Get up and do it all over again tomorrow. I don't like waiting in line places. It's not worth it to me. I don't care what they serve. Probably get a lobster sandwich tomorrow. But I don't want to be standing in any line for any restaurant. Yeah, I know it, Mystique. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, monkeypox. Shit. Right down the road from the Center of Disease Control. I don't even want to know what monkeypox does to you. Yeah, where else is there, right? Hey, Luna. If my plan, this is my plan. I get this place built, honestly, by Christmas, in reality. Move all my shit down here. Sell my condo. And then just fuck off till I die. That's my life plan. People say, well, don't you want goals? And don't you want to be productive? I don't. I don't. I don't want any of that. I want to just watch birds eat and drink dragon's milk. Fuck around on a John Deere tractor. Yeah, I'm serious, man. That's my plan. My motto is, why do today what you can do tomorrow? Monkeypox is spread through bodily fluids. Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean, yeah. Yep. I'm that way too, Luna. No, that's an honest answer. Just like Naomi Judd said. She said she never realized how much she would care for somebody in the audience if during one of her concerts for them to come right up in the middle of a song and put one right between her eyes. She said they would never appreciate what a favor they'd be doing for her. Yeah, strippers' butts. Yeah. I don't think you can get it from people's hands, can you? Yeah. Yeah, tormented. Yeah, if I can pull a rabbit out of a hat without getting some major damn health problem, I'm perfectly happy with going tits up in Crawfordville. Oh, great. Oh, wow. You know what I wonder sometimes, like you say, like where fluids can be changed. Could you imagine, like in your 20s or 30s, and you're out there having sex? This has just got to put a wrinkle in that. You know, when I was younger, like you get syphilis, you could get herpes, gonorrhea, some shit like that. Thank God I never got any of those. But it was in the back of your mind. But you know, it wasn't going to be a death sentence. And I can remember it was right when I was like about 24, then this HIV bullshit came out. And then that was good news when you found out it was mostly gays having anal sex. Like, well, scratch that. But nowadays, my God, with all this bullshit, it must be goddamn near impossible to have sex with somebody dating. What do you got to wear a mask and have an oxygen tank and wear a rubber and all this bullshit? Fuck that. I mean, I remember the good old days where you just worried about them getting pregnant. No kidding, man. What a damn nightmare. They'll be saying, look, if it wasn't for all these health consequences and monkeypox and COVID, I'd love to have sex with you, but it isn't that I'm worried about getting pregnant. I just don't feel comfortable. It's like, oh, God. It's just a crazy world out there. Yeah, Celine Dion, there's a fruitcake and a half. What a nut job. I see she's tried to work damage control on her husband, how she misses him. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit. She filed for divorce against him. And I'm sure if she had a crystal ball and she knew he was going to die, she'd have kept her mouth shut. But that marriage was over anyway, and it just so happened that he ended up dying. And now she claims how she misses him. What a crock of shit. Oh, wow. And I can't imagine being gay in this day and age with all this bullshit on top of it. Fuck. You'd be having a goddamn nervous breakdown during foreplay. No, you know, when they were having those riots in New Orleans, they had this crazy, stupid Celine Dion on there, and they were breaking in, looting the businesses. And they showed these guys taking a television out of a store, a flat screen TV. And you know what Celine Dion's answer to that was? Don't arrest him. It was the first time in their life they'd have something nice. This is the logic of this kook. Oh, dating now. What a fucking nightmare. God damn, man. You'd be going in there with a surgical mask and a goddamn NASA outfit and disinfecting your pecker when you pulled it out. What the fuck? I don't want to be young again. No way. Yeah, I don't want to be young again. No way. I'm trying to hang in this long. I figure I got about another 10 years, 15. I'm going to be going tits up in Crawfordville. Yeah, it's about that's what it is, LA. It is. My God, man, it's like Tom. I've got bad news for you. It's like, oh fuck, what now? It's like I'm pregnant. It's like, oh, I'm pregnant. Let me give you a big hug. You mean I'm not gonna die in 6 months? You know, I don't. My dick's not gonna fall off. You know, I don't have something that's gonna ruin my heart valves. I don't have monkeypox. Oh, pregnant's nothing. Thank you very much. Give me a big hug. Now let me go to the calculator and figure out how I'm gonna pay for this little fucker. No, getting old sucks. Oh, I don't even date, man. I get an idea my sex days are gone for good, which I'm fine with. I'm about ready to start sprinkling my goddamn Cheerios with saltpeter. Going out there playing Russian roulette, having sex. Getting old sucks. It takes away your sex drive. They give it to servicemen when they're in foreign countries. Yeah, it keeps them wanting to have sex. Yeah, getting old sucks. It seems so sexist, too, from a male's perspective. No, nothing keeps you young. Your tits will be pointing south. Your ass will look like a goddamn water balloon that half the water fell out. Your face without makeup will look like you're on steroids. No, you don't think they do, but let a young guy look at them. It's just happening. You'll be able to tie those things in a knot in another 5 years. But you're going to be able to have men love you for being you. Marty and I were talking about that today. Yeah, we were talking about that today. There's a lot of older, attractive women down here. Yeah, well, but there's going to be a day that's going to end, Mystique. You're not gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat for the rest of your life. There's going to be a time in your life when the guy's going to say, "Look out the window, look at that bird," and then he's going to down about a handful of Viagra, swish it down with the goddamn Fiji water. It's like, honey, I know you really like me, but you've had a hard on for over 6 hours, and they say on the TV commercial to go to the emergency room. Yeah. Yeah, game over. But at least you've got the solace of, times have changed. And it isn't like, your libido headed south and you're missing out on a bunch of great sex because you happen to have aged like everybody else. You got monkeypox, HIV, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, fucking COVID. I mean, it's not fucking worth it. Oh, it's going to change in the future, Mystique. You got to be honest with yourself. It's changing. You're not going to be the fountain of youth until the day you die. Yeah. No way. Yeah, you could go swimming here if you want. Yeah, thank you, Simka. No, double A, it's not worth it. But part of that is getting older. Like if you had the testosterone of a young guy, if you're a guy and you're a young guy and you have your like normal young testosterone, you're gonna think, I'm gonna wear a rubber. I'm going to, this is a pretty decent. You're gonna rationalize why you think it's okay to do. That's how you can tell I'm older because I'm looking at it from a medical standpoint as opposed to a sexual drive, which is heading south. I'm getting older now, right? Doesn't last forever. So I look at it as more of a whether it's a rational decision rather than it's something you're going to do and you'll worry about the consequences later. When you're young and you're horny as hell, I've said that all the time. Hormones create the whole damn ball of wax. Love, all that shit. Which is why when people get older and they lose their spouse, they don't date anymore because the hormones are gone. That controls everything. It makes you jealous. It makes you want to get married. Makes you want to get engaged. Makes you want to fight, fuck, fight, fuck, fight, fuck. And then you get older and those chemicals, those hormones, you can do anything with chemicals. You can make people laugh. You can make them sad. You can make them worry. You can make them hopeful. You can make them negative. You can give them a big hard on. You can make them impotent. It's all it is. It's chemicals. It happens in nature too. It's just the manifestation of a mammal. I say that all the time. The young doe, she wants a buck with a big rack, big old 18-inch pecker hanging down, rock hard. She's not looking for the old has-been buck that's got about a year to live. One of his antlers is snapped off. His balls are dragging the ground. There's so many examples of this, probably in the insect world as well. People get old. When you get old, you're not going to have the benefits you did when you were young. It's just the way it is. The hormone caused all that. Yeah, when you're young, you're sending flowers and writing love letters and you're jealous. And, it just creates all these emotions. It's biological. I hate to say it, man, but that's what I think. And if you take the sex out of it, that sex drive, and you remove that from the equation, you're going to be a guy like me. You're not really interested. You find ways out of it. You'd rather cut the grass. It's because, that old testosterone headed south. Balls dragging the ground. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to feel bad about, but at the same token, what's funny is that your mind doesn't decline as the same time as your sexual drive. Because if it did, you wouldn't have a problem with this. You wouldn't be 55 years old with a couple raisinets on the end of a couple half-filled water balloons still thinking you're hot. You would come to the realization that, hey, look, I had my day in the sun. Men were really attracted to me from about 14 to 45, and there's going to be a day when that quits. And you just got to deal with it. And if your mind degraded at the same rate that your body did, and let me tell you too, and I'm not knocking you, and good for you that you stay in shape and you ride exercise bikes and all that shit, but a good body, let's take a good body right out of the chute. A good body at 22 is not the same thing as a good body at 45. It's just not. It's just not the same. You can ride that damn exercise bike until you put in 3 motors in a week, and you're not going to have a 22-year-old body. You may look better in clothes than other women your age do, but Father Time's going to get a hold of you too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It really does. Yeah. And the men that are going to get attracted to you when you get older, it's not going to be because you got a big firm set of tits or a nice ass or a inch and a half space between your legs or a flat tummy. It's going to be because you're witty, you help turtles across the street, you're kind, you don't get on their ass about beating off to porn a couple hours every night on Pornhub, catching them with an empty 6-pack of beer that they tried to hide in a garbage bag in the garage. You're going to be cool with it. You're going to understand why they're there and be sympathetic, if anything else. But you're going to be together for totally different reasons. The people that have a 50-year wedding anniversary, yeah, they cry and they hold hands and they don't know what they do without each other. And for you to survive 50 years being married to the same person. That deserves some kind of award. Like put that higher than the gold medal because you've went through it all. And by the time where she hasn't had an orgasm in 25 years, and neither of you, and you guys get each other's vitamins out of the thing in the morning and run each other to CVS to get your medication in the morning. It's a different kind of love than it was when your husband had your ass pressed up against that windshield out in a wooded lot where you'd screw for 2 or 3 hours at a time. It's a different kind of love. Good for you, Luna. Yeah, it's just the way it goes, you know what I mean? Just be glad that you experienced at any point in your life. There's people that, for whatever reason, never get to experience. And I'm not saying it's something you got to hang your hat on, but it's nice, as a human being, you're always observing and you're checking out what everybody else is doing. And if you made it through life and that you had a good, young, sexually active life, be grateful for it, that you had it at all. Yeah, just be glad you had it all. It doesn't last forever. Yeah. Yeah, I read an old. I was reading an article one time online. And they said that women notice it a lot when the bag boy at the grocery store quits flirting with you. But you got different personalities, and there's personalities that are inclined to like relationships, and they want somebody around, and they're happy that it's not sexual and that's true love. And that's great if you think that way. Good for you. Oh, good for you, Frisky. Thank you, Annie. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it's that way, but and it is disappointing in the way that it's not coming back. You know? Yeah. I don't know how old you are, Mystique, but I mean, I don't know what age range of guys you're dating or what, but it's just different. Yeah, don't worry about it, Simba. Yeah, Caroline, we see you. Yeah, we see you're lucky you got a storm coming through there. And even though you're like, I think I got it made, where I'm just fucking around, it's nothing like being sexually active in your 20s. It doesn't even budge the fucking needle. My high in life comes now from feeding up the bird feeder to a good thunderstorm going by. I'll tell you what's really fucked up. This is how my mind is like not that far behind from my hormones. Is that even if I had a weird fluke, 1 in a million chance of going back to the old days, I wouldn't want it. Now that's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing about that, Wayne, though, to be honest with you. It's cool having good memories, and, you look back. Memories are great, and you certainly would rather have good ones than bad ones. But life's not the same when you don't have those good times on the horizon in the future. I mean, I don't have any of them. I know that the rest of my life now, I've just thrown in the towel, is going to be riding around on a John Deere tractor, listening to a thunderstorm, drinking some dragon's milk, and it's good, and I'm glad I'm going to able to do it, but it's nothing like pounding that ass up against that windshield on a dark country lit road, fucking for a couple hours, getting blowjobs going down the road. Nothing's like that, man. Now I just look out there and a tear goes down my eye and I think, oh wow, that's a honeybee pollinating. That's where my pleasure comes from now, but it's nothing like that. Because when you were young, not only was it fun and you wanted to do it, you were naive and you had no way of knowing what it was going to be like when you were 65 years old. You thought, man, if this is this way at 22, wow, I love life. This is great. Yeah, thank you, Dave. Good times, they sure were. Yeah, good times. That's an understatement. I can remember the good old days when I'd have a cute girlfriend and I'd jack off before I picked her up because I just didn't want to act like I was a sex maniac. Then we'd have sex for a couple hours, then I'd jack off when I got home. God, I hate to reminisce with you people. Yeah. I like young girls. I think they're pretty, but honestly, my honest opinion about that is I mean, young women are pretty, I get that, right? But to me, I think that something's fucked up when like an older guy like me would like do that to a young girl. I think they got to have mental illness or they need money. I'd rather just give them the money. I'll tell you this in my life. I had in my life where I'd had a couple escorts. I had more than a couple, but I'm just giving you an example. And they would come to my room or whatever, and we get talking, and they tell me they had just run into a time in their life where, they really needed the money and they didn't really feel comfortable doing this, and they hoped that nobody found out. It's like, you know what? Here's the money, and here's $100 on top of it. It isn't worth $400 to me to make you feel bad about this shit. I mean, you're super pretty. I'd love to screw your eyes out, but it's not worth it to me. It's not, and I'm not religious, but I'm thankful that I think this way. It's like you're in a tough predicament. Here's my number. Try not to do this. It's never going to be worth it. Call me if you need some help, and just take this money, and I don't want to do anything. I just felt too bad about it, and I feel the same way like with mail order brides and that kind of shit. It's not worth it to me to make. It's not normal for a young girl to want to have sex with an old guy, and I think there's too big a consequence for that. Yeah, money. Hey, salty girl. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, it's just like handing out, like, clothes or food to prostitutes or something. I mean, I don't think you should get rewarded. If I ever knew somebody like a murderer or a missing person, there's no way I would accept the money, even if I needed it. There's sometimes you just got to take the high road. Oh, I believe it, Wayne, yeah. Yeah, I remember it, yeah. And I'm not trying to pass uh, self off as some good guy. Believe me, for every one that I did that with, there were 50 of them that I gave a big legendary Tom Reed come facial to. So it wasn't all, award winning. The way it were, that's right. Yeah, I think the 80s were normal, though, really. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to make it sound like, here I'm running some ministry. And when an escort would show up, I'd give her $400 and say, put this towards rewriting your resume. I don't want to be that kind of fraud. I mean, that did happen, but most of the time it didn't. Hey, Jerry. Oh, I wish you could have been there too, Jerry. Yeah, sure would. You could have held the camera. Yeah, 80s music is great. So is the 70s. Marty and I were eating at that Jewish deli today, and a fucking Beatles song came on. I said, I think these Beatles fucking suck. There's not one song I like. He said, yeah, I think the same thing too, man. Their music sucks. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Yeah, Blinded by the. Bruce Springsteen wrote that song, but Manfred Mann made it famous. Oh, good for you. Yeah, Alice Cooper was my first concert. Yep. I can tell you when it was. The fall of 1974 at Olympia Stadium in Detroit. Alice Cooper fucking sucks as a musician. I mean, I think he's a half-ass smart guy, and he's been able, like a Kid Rock, no talent, and they just were able to forge a musical career, even they couldn't, even though they couldn't beat a bongo drum. That's actually harder than someone with talent. But he can't do shit. He sucks. That's a good song. I like it too. I think it's an excellent song. You can't help but think that he wasn't fucked up on some kind of drugs when he thought of that shit. Oh, that's cool, Simka. Yeah, I never watched any of those soap operas. A lot of good-looking people on there, though. I mean, men and women. I mean, it's TV and makeup and filters and all that fucking shit. But they got some good-looking older women on there. Yeah, he's a douchebag. Right on. Well, I'm gonna go in and get my second dragon's milk. You gotta sit on this fucking thing. They put grout in the bathrooms down here, so we couldn't take showers downstairs. This is another way I can tell you that I'm getting older. I told you I'd be honest with you. In the upstairs bedroom, which they don't use, it's kind of like a storage thing. Uh, for some fucking reason, some douchebag architect decided that they'd put a step off the fucking shower. And I stepped off that motherfucker tonight, and I thought I stepped off the edge of the goddamn world. I mean, I bet it looked like a 90-year-old guy if you were sitting there watching it. And, when you're falling, it seemed like I was fucking skydiving. You reach out because you don't want to, fall for 3 minutes in a parachuting skydive. And instinctively, you stick your arms out. You want to stop this shit, right? And of course, I stuck mine out and grabbed one of the long lines of beaded shells that are one of these, like, curtains down here in this seaside theme of bathrooms. It's a whole bunch of strings of shells, like strung on strings for the curtain that keeps you from seeing in where someone's taking a shower. Not that that's going to be a problem when I'm up there. But I was thinking about that later, and I thought to myself, it must have sounded loud because Marty said to me, "Are you all right?" I was all right, and the only reason that I was is because it was only about a 5-inch drop off, but it seemed like it was never going to end. I mean, I was expecting my parachute to open. Yeah, took me 20 fucking minutes to pick up all those mini shells. But there's so many of them on that curtain that you really can't tell. I'm surprised I didn't tear the whole goddamn thing off. But who in the hell would design a fucking shower where there's a 5-inch drop? Yeah, they heard me fall. Yeah, I think, oh, fuck. The first thing you think when you do something like that, I mean, that's an old man move, is you think, God, I hope they didn't hear me. And then the worst fucking thing somebody could say, are you all right? Yeah, right, so I didn't really fall. I mean, I landed on my feet, thank God, but I'm surprised I didn't break my goddamn leg. Yeah, I yanked one string of them down. Yeah, those fucking things were everywhere. It took me 20 minutes to pick them up. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. No, no basement, nope. Yeah, that's old guy shit though. Now, if I was 18, I'd have sprung out of that motherfucker, and that brain would have took over in between that 5-inch drop from when I first stepped to when my foot hit the floor. But when you're getting older, you start doing fucking shit like that. I think my brain just succumbed to like, you're fucked now. And yeah, I'd have skipped off it and laughed and said, hey, never even mentioned it. Who gives a fuck? There's a 5-inch step coming out of the goddamn shower. But when you get this age and shit, God damn it. Yeah, he said, are you all right? Fuck. I've yelled at the top of my lungs from up there before and they can't hear me, so it must have been louder than hell. I said, I'm all right, but this goddamn curtain's fucked up. Dragon's milk number 2. Hey, Mary. Would Mary hurt herself? Hey, Rhonda. How bad, Mary? Is it swollen? That kind of jacked it up? Oh, good, Mary. Hey, Matt. Yeah, ice it and elevate it at the beginning. Whoever just tried to call me restricted, forget it. I never answer them. Yeah, it's nice here, Cujo. Oh, oh, that sucks. Sorry about that. Yeah, right, Mary. Well, I don't see any stars. I think it's a little overcast. Oh, good for you, JMO. Dreamweaver, Gary Wright. Where at, SPC? Where? Great times, right on. There's moon's out there. You can see that moon. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Put some of that cream on it, Mary. Yeah, SPC, I don't live in Detroit anymore. I'm down in Georgia now, but thank you. Appreciate that. As long as this guy brought this up, if you guys, I will get back to interviewing one of these days, but I'd rather do it to where there's like, it can help people out for real. I think I'm probably going to stay away from the drug addict prostitutes. It's just such a low batting average. I mean, it gets a lot of YouTube attention, but I'm not really into that. I'd hide those fucking views if I could on all those viral videos. I swear to God I would. Yeah, I know, Dave. It sucks, man. It does suck. It does. Yeah, I know. And what are you gonna fucking do? I mean, I didn't know anything when I did that. I mean, I had good intentions. And like Manny and Gerald, everybody, what I didn't want to happen when I was going down there doing interviews, I could have gave a fuck about viral videos and all that shit. It was cool having viewers and views and all that shit, but I've never encouraged it. So if you recall, when I did the interviews, I'd say, hey, I don't want to be some motherfucker where you got to go through me to be on YouTube. Fuck that. If you go back and listen to all the old interviews, you'll see where I offered everybody, even that nut Sharon, all these people out there, Jesse, Maddie and Gerald, anybody that wanted to set up their own channel, I was more than willing to help them and put a link to their channel, and they could just do their own thing. And with Maddie and Gerald, it just didn't work out like I hoped it would. I still think they're better off having a channel than not, but what are you going to do, man? I mean, yeah, right, Wayne. It does, love always, it does. You know, if you watch a video that I did about a year and a half ago, I was going through Glasgow, Kentucky. Jimmy Perkins was his name. He was the guy with that 1948 Ford, and that's what he said. They had made some moonshine, wanted to know if I wanted to try it. And I said, and we got talking about alcohol, and I said, what do you think about alcohol? He said, I drank it, in moderation, but I said, what's your take on alcohol? Because he'd really kind of thumbed his nose to Christianity. His son had died prematurely, and his wife died prematurely, and he was just a little jaded by the whole idea. And he said, let me tell you something, son. Nothing ever good comes from drinking alcohol. Let me just tell you that. They got a kitten lately, Wayne? Becky got evicted from her place a couple months ago. I don't know what's going on with her. Yeah, my parents were alcoholics, Caroline, yeah. Yeah. My email is Tom Reed, Tom Reed, Reed, 1956 at gmail.com. Yeah, thanks, Mary. Yeah, you're right, Simka. Yeah, Paca can't do fucking shit. That's a New Jersey place. Yeah, let me tell you, if you go back and you listen to that interview with Manny and Gerald, he was a kid when he did that. I mean, I've got pretty good reason to believe that Gerald was sexually abused as a kid. Something's not right there. Not really sure what. I'm not defending him, and I'm not saying that that's a free pass to abusing cats. But when he talked about that bullshit that he did with that kitten, he was under the influence. He was high. It might not even be true. And I can tell you this, that in being around them, I didn't find any evidence at all that they were not kind animals. That was something he did as a kid, not as an adult. It shouldn't have happened anyway, but I'm not worried about a kitten being with Maddie and Gerald. And if you ever go down to Detroit, if you've never been there before, just drive around the goddamn place. That cat's better off with someone that's going to give it some food once in a while than someone that isn't. Yeah, it's true, man. But, once these people get on this goddamn bandwagon with Maddie and Gerald, I mean, they're under a microscope. Like I said, if Maddie and Gerald went to rehab, got out, got good jobs, and lived in the suburbs, nobody'd give a fuck. There's just too many. It's got every aspect. I knew this shortly after meeting them. I thought to myself, I had a buddy ask me, and he said, is there anybody down there that you really think you could, market? It's like, yeah, there is, Manny and Gerald. But, I'm not into that goddamn bullshit, which is why when Dr. Phil's producer called, I didn't want anything to do with it. I was willing to put them in touch with Manny and Gerald, which I did. But I'm not into that kind of horse shit. But Manny and Gerald have everything going on. Cute, blue-eyed, blonde lady that left her kids. Nice-looking black guy. Gerald's a very personable guy. I mean, they're not your typical, fuck you, drug addicts. If you don't send me money, get fucked. Manny is a hard person not to like. She'd be a great salesperson, and so would Gerald. I mean, they could really do well in a life that they don't seem to be interested in. I don't think so either, Double A. The last time funny you should bring that up, Rita, because, I went down there and gave Tiffany that stuff when I knew I was not going to be going down to Detroit. I have access to the needle exchange guy, yeah. He's a good guy, Andrew. I could contact him if you want me to. He's a really good guy. But the last time I talked to him was April 23rd. He pissed me off about a year ago, and I got in his ass over that fucking Jamie shit. The Jamie, the one that overdosed. And I didn't talk to him for quite a while. Detroit's fucked. All Rust Belt cities are fucked. Don't shit yourself. I can give you all the proof you want. I was thinking the other night laying in bed, you make a choice on what kind of person you want to be. Do you want to be some negative motherfucker that's coming out there and, pointing everything's bad with people, or do you want to be someone that just tries to, not in a fake facade way, but do you want to be someone that just tries to take the high road, highlight the good things? And I'm kind of a negative person, but I don't want to be that kind of motherfucker on the internet. But I was laying in bed the other night. I got my sleep schedule fucked up. And I think I could have a really good YouTube channel, whatever that is, by just telling the truth about Detroit. And then I got thinking about that, and it's like, I don't want to be that kind of fucked up motherfucker. Because Detroit, honestly, in my opinion, doesn't stand a chance. Neither does Philadelphia, LA, Minneapolis, Toledo, Ohio, Erie, Pennsylvania, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The crime at Chicago's going down the shitter. No, I mean, this is a time in our society where living in a big city sucks. The crime's disproportionate. Everybody hates the police. But the litmus test that you keep using is the old days. The 40s, the 50s, after the Industrial Revolution, after World War II. That is not going to be like that again. The world is fucked up. A goddamn crappy house is selling for 50 grand more than it was listed at. Fucking new cars, 60 grand. Gas is $5 fucking a gallon. I mean, things are upside down. So I don't want to just lay it all on Detroit. I can tell you this. If you do your research and I can tell you where to go, you'd have to be out of your fucking mind to move to Detroit. And I can prove it to you. But I don't want to have a YouTube channel where I'm going to go on there and I'm going to highlight this fucking shit, because secretly, deep down, I wish the place could do as good as it could. And if one person watched one of my fucked up videos and believed me, and based on their decision on what I said, and that's why they don't go there, then that's fucked up. Yeah, it's just like restaurants. If, when I first started out and stuff, I'd say, this place sucks, worst toast I ever had, these fucking eggs feel like they're petrified. I don't do that anymore, because no matter what I say is subjective. In my opinion, doesn't mean shit. So if it's not something positive to say, I just don't say anything at all. But to answer your question about Detroit, no, they're fucked. It's over. It's a wasteland. I can cover it any way you want. A corrupt police department, a corrupt school system, a terrible public transportation system, ridiculously high taxes, the highest crime in the country. It sucks. You'd have to be crazy to live in that fucking dump. Yeah, that's right, JMO, but those days are long gone. Tassie's been backsliding for about 4 months. Now I'll tell you guys, because you're on the chat, but I had people, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to Tassie. And you can blame me for this if you want, but, I got a way that I look at things, and there's nothing that's going to change yet. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll try and help you. When I got into going down interviewing people, really, it was a benevolent mission. I didn't know anything. I thought it was flattering that they'd share their life with me. I tried to help them out, and I did a bad job at it. It just didn't really work. I didn't know anything. But with Tassie, I'll tell you exactly what happened. All along, with Becky, like I paid her back rent, her cell phone, a bunch of other shit, about $1,000. about a year ago. And the reason I did that is because I told her at the beginning, I'm not going to fuck you. This is not going to be exploitive. And if you listen to the old chats that we did, I tried getting Becky to do her own channel. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to do the right thing. Just help people out if I could. Yeah, it's Gary. Gary is really a good guy. He's been really good to Becky. Been really helpful to her. Gary is a first class guy. Gary got attacked by a dog here about 3 months ago and damn near died. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Gary's about 80 years old. Gary's actually a rich, educated Jew that used to own a chain of pharmacies. He's from Royal Oak. Yeah, I don't really beat myself up on it because, it's like a lot of bullshit. Relationships, jobs, where you decide to move. I fucked up. I mean, this Florida thing I got lucky on. I'm glad I was never a professional athlete, because if they'd ever tried to interview me after a game, I'd tell them I threw the ball the same fucking way when I threw that Hail Mary and we won the game as when I threw an interception. I mean, I get so sick of these stupid, convoluted stories on why people do what they do. Yeah, I try to help. I mean, in a light way. Look, there was nothing lost. I still learned a lot. It was fun going down there. I wasn't doing too hot myself mentally. And if I had to do all over again, I'd do the same thing. I would have hoped for a better outcome. But you're not telling me anything. I've learned everything the hard way. I barely got in and got out of every school I went to. Struggled to get my pilot's license. Been self-employed. Got lucky there. What the fuck, man? I mean, it's just, I don't know how to explain it to you, man. But on the Detroit stuff, and it was a good experience. I'm glad I did it. Maybe I could improve. But with Tassie, what happened, I'll tell you what happened, is all along, and if I had to grade myself on this, which is subjective, it's faulty, I would give myself an A+ for just being straight with people. And anybody that I dealt with, whether it was Becky and giving her $1,000 to catch up on her bills, I told them from the very beginning, hey, look, I don't care how many dicks you suck. Prostitution, it's 0. It doesn't even budge the needle. I don't give a fuck. I know that. Your drugs, I would hope that this would lead to a better life, because I don't think you're happy. If you were happy, I wouldn't even bring this up, but you're not. And that's the difference. So with Tassie, I mean, the relationship was based on, with her and everybody else, you don't need to lie to me. I mean, there's no reason for it, because it isn't going to change anything. I'm not going to give you less money. I'm not going to give you less help. And what happened with Tassie, I found out through the grapevine, and this is through a breach of confidentiality from a social worker, is that all those stories that Tassie was talking about, Tassie would boast about being honest. And when you listen to her interviews, you would buy into that. All those stories about her mother and her going to commit suicide and her getting in a fight in a gas station, all those stories were lies. That was all made up fucking bullshit. And I'm going to tell you how I found out. You want to know how I found out? I had a social worker contact me and said that she would lose her job if anybody ever found this out. But she gave me all the proof that I needed that all those stories were made up. And what was happening, actually, it was that scumbag boyfriend of hers that was beating her up. Had nothing to do with the fight in a gas station. And that her mother, which was actually her aunt, it didn't have anything to do with suicide. And honestly, I'm just a weird guy that way. I mean, I'm balls out when it comes to helping somebody. But I got a weird quirk. And, I've been lied to. And there was no motive to lie to me. And when the whole relationship was predicated on honesty, and I found out that those were made-up stories, I just cut her off. It's like, fuck it. And once I do that, it's game over. There's nothing you can do to come back from that. It's just a character flaw unrelated to drug addiction that I don't want to fuck with. Michigan's a good place. I had a great time in Michigan. You know, with me, it seems to be about a 10-year thing. I get the hell out of everywhere, no matter what's going on there. The South's much different, but it's enough of a distraction for me where at the moment it's working. If Michigan would have had the traditional winters that I experienced like in the 70s, I would still be living there, but it's not. The winters are bullshit. It's fucking February before the lakes freeze. You get a 6 inches of snow. Ain't shit. Hey, Beth. How are you? Yeah, it's different. I can't believe I'm living down the south, to tell you the truth. Hey, Philip, how you doing? Oh, good, Beth. It's muggy. It is pretty muggy down here right now, Keith, but it hasn't been. Yeah, Cujo, that's exactly right. Ice fishing's fucking bullshit up there, man. You got about a month to do it. Yeah, honestly though, Double A. I mean, look, man, I tell you like it is, man. If I pull a family out of a burning wreck on the expressway, yeah, you can say I'm a good guy. But the bullshit that I did, it's just, first of all, interviewing them and giving them things got me access to them. So it was part of being self-serving. I wanted to do interviews. I wanted to find out what their life was like, and that allowed me to do it. So it served my purpose too. And if they needed some clothes or some food, but I don't really think that there's anything that I did that was extraordinary. It was like no different than dropping a five in a homeless guy's cup. Big fucking deal. Yeah, reflecting old times. I'll tell you, if nothing else happened, I got to go down there and videotape the shit out of Delray, which has basically been wiped out. And that I'm thankful for. Yeah, fucking manipulate me. But I've probably been manipulated my whole goddamn life. By looks, good head, uh, high, good paying jobs. I mean, everybody wants to talk about, they don't want to be manipulated, but fuck, who isn't manipulated in one way or the other? You know what I mean? You want to be with them, they got big tits, they got a good job, you want a girlfriend. If that ain't fucking manipulation, what is? That's what I think, Simpkin. That's what I think. Yeah, one way or the other. Fuck yeah, they manipulated me. The difference is it's your own volition. You consent to it. And then somebody wants to call it some other fucking thing. No, I think it's goddamn manipulation. Yeah, that's what I want, respect, man. I'm not saying I don't have a twisted fucking view on everything, but I got a way that I want it to like pan out. And I'm just going with it. Fuck it. Hey, the stars are coming out. Right, Wayne. It's hard to believe that a big set of firm tits could manipulate me, but I'm here to say that it did. Oh boy, did it. Joy life, that's what I say. Now Beth just makes this comment. So if you were here earlier when we were talking about things, and I was talking about how when you're younger and the hormones are driving the whole goddamn thing, there is a caveat to that, and Beth jogged my memory on that, and that is that I make jokes about older women, all that fucking shit. I ain't any prize myself, I ain't any Brad Pitt myself, but like a comment like Beth makes isn't a comment that you would get like from a younger woman because she hasn't been there yet. Beth's been down the road. She knows what the world has to offer, and she's learned, just like I learned with, dealing with drug addicted prostitutes, that no matter what your intentions are, it may not work out like that. So, like, she knows what's up now, which is different than if I'd have met Beth at 25. Yeah, it's it. Yep. No, Keith, I don't. Yep. Yeah, I have been bored in Crawfordville, but I'm putting up with it because this is just temporary. I'm going to get some business opportunities down here, which I don't really need to do. It's nice to be successful at something. And I haven't been successful at anything in about 10 years. It's a good feeling to like your clients like you, or you've started something and it's successful, and I just haven't had that, and I think that's what drove me fucking nuts. Yeah. So no, I don't miss northern Michigan. Now, if Michigan gets a record snow and gets down to 20 below zero and the fucking cars are sliding off the road, yes, I will miss Michigan. But if it's been the typical winters as it was when I was living up there, fucking bullshit, 60-degree goddamn day in January, fucking birds laying eggs on fucking Christmas Day, fuck Michigan. Oh, it's a good night tonight, partying out here. Drinking a Fiji water. Now I got my Fiji water. Yeah, I left my Fiji water right outside the sliding door. Yeah, I'm gonna drink 3 Dragon's Milk tonight. It's gonna be a good night, man. See, but you guys are sober. I'm not. I've had my second Dragon's Milk, so to me it seemed like I'll just bow out here for 15 seconds and nobody will know, and you guys are saying ground to Major Tom. That's what alcohol does to you. That's why when the cop pulls you over and he says to you, have you been drinking? He already knows you've been drinking because you already did some fucked up shit. But you've been drinking so you don't realize you've done it. Yeah, that's how the whole thing goes down. That's why I don't drink and drive. I mean, I try not to. I have in the past, but not much, and that was a long time ago. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea. It's like selfish. But, you're someplace and you meet someone, you're having a good time, and I can see how it happens, but every night is good, Lon. Yeah, but there's a perfect example. Beth just pointed it out. It goes to show you what drinking does. I figure I'm going to get off this goddamn lounge chair and get my Fiji water. And here you guys are saying ground to Major Tom, and I already know there's like a 2-minute delay. I don't know where the fuck I was for that long. Crazy. Caroline, get some Dragon's Milk or some Voodoo beer. It's the way to go, I'm telling you. I was talking to Marty's wife about that today. You know, no one wants to really be 100% clean on that you drink because of the feeling. They want to cite medicinal effects and it relaxes you and all this fucking bullshit. You drink for the way you feel, and it's really counterintuitive to the way humans are supposed to evolve. You're supposed to evolve away from things that are not good for you. And alcohol is not good for you. It's a lot of sugar, insulin issues, empty calories, blah, blah, blah. But you drink because of the way it makes you feel. Right, Philip? Yeah, it's relaxing and good, but you know, I was talking to Marty's wife's kind of a health nut, and I said, why don't you just? She likes white wine. Like we went to that Brazilian steakhouse last night, and she had a couple white wines and was really in a good mood. And I said, you know, if humans evolved the way that they should in theory compared to like wild animals, you should be just sitting on a mountaintop eating some whole oats and some organically raised tomatoes and just get the same feeling you get for 2 glasses of wine, and you can't. Why? And if you look at the God-inspired argument for the whole thing, you have receptors that relate to alcohol and THC and all those kind of things. So why are those receptors in your brain if you weren't supposed to benefit from them? No, what it does, Caroline, is it reduces your inhibitions. It reduces your inhibitions. I mean, I used to make the joke that when you start drinking, the women get better looking, but I caught too much shit for it. I was just kidding, and people like got insulted by it, so I quit saying it. Yeah, you're right, Beth. Yeah, I feel other things. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't drink that much. I don't drink that. I never have a hangover. I don't. Nope. See, that's the difference between like and I'm not bragging. I don't think this isn't any discipline at all. I have no discipline at all. I'm just not an alcoholic. And an alcoholic, like they drink, and that they want to just keep drinking and drinking and drinking. There's never a time when they think they've had enough. That's the difference, which would be a hell of a way to live. Oh, good for you, Philip. Yeah, buzzed is better. I think too, Beth. Yeah. Yeah, you got lucky. Maddie's not. Maddie doesn't want to get clean. No, I never have a hangover. I'll drink two once in a while, 3 Dragon's Milks, like tonight. No, I never get hangover. I never get a hangover. Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, and you can call it whatever you want. You get relaxed. You feel free. It takes the edge off. There's a bunch of ways of uh, describing how drinking alcohol is. But really, the bottom line, and this is just my way of explaining it, it reduces your inhibitions. Yeah, I'm sorry about Manny. It moves things along too. If you're dating or if you go on a trip uh, and you drink a bottle of wine, it's going to change the night. Thank God. Good for you, JMO. Yeah, I wish the best for Maddie. Maddie's a sweet girl. Right. You know, here for fashion, they used to have some really kick-ass. You remember that? I don't know how old you are, but you remember that those really good pet shops in Dearborn Heights back in the day, where they had monkeys and stuff, like Merriman and Middle Belt and Ford Road. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, here's another thing where I feel I'm lucky, and that is that I want the best for Maddie. I would still help her, but if she doesn't get better, it doesn't bother me that much, which I'm grateful for, because I could see how if you got locked into this, it could drive you crazy. I'll offer it. I'm sincere about it, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't keep me up all night. And like I think of the girls that I interviewed, I don't know, what are there 10 that are dead now? I think that did bother me, but it didn't drive me crazy. Yeah, it probably does. What leaves a scar, Rita? No, you're right, Simka. Well, yeah, it might, but I mean, it doesn't seem to bother me that much. I mean, I wish it wouldn't have happened, and but I think I'm lucky that it doesn't drive me nuts. Yeah, it's just easy for me. I just think it's my psychological makeup. It's just easy for me to do. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess it did, but it's vague if there is one. I mean, I'd rather it didn't happen, but the fuck was I gonna do? Yeah, me too. Becky was evicted 6 weeks, 2 months ago. Haven't had her thing. I haven't talked to Gary. I don't know. I checked her Facebook the other night. Nothing. Do you know that for sure, Simka? Hey, Frederick. Yeah, come on in. Yep, party. Oh, really? I don't know anything about that. I was gonna call Gary, but I didn't want to call him because I just didn't want to hear some bad news. Yeah, probably true, Wayne. No, I don't think she will, Simca. I don't think she will. I don't think that Good Life was that good. I think that was a masquerade. Yeah, I know the feeling, JMO. Yeah, I do. Daisy's in sleep with Marty and his wife. Yeah, Ford and Telegraph. Mexican Fiesta. I used to live at that house right down there at 639 Drexel, Dearborn. Yeah, it's good, Frederick. That's the way to do it. Not lately, he hasn't. Nope. Yeah, she sleeps with Marty a lot. Yeah, he is. He's that kind of guy. He definitely is. Yep. I'll give you an example. In the morning, if Marty's wife wakes up and she goes to the kitchen, the dogs stay in the bed with Marty. If Marty gets up and goes to the kitchen, all the dogs are in there. Yeah, Flower Fairy, I'm not sure she was ever really doing better. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yep. Right, Philip. Right, she was not working on the street, right. But honestly, I got the impression she was living with a guy. She said it was her boyfriend who was like a super control freak. I know this sounds fucked up, but I think working the street was more relaxing. Doesn't get much more fucked up than that. Yeah, it's true, Wayne. Yeah, he is. Yep. Yeah, safer. That's true. Yeah, it might be right, Rita. Yeah, that was a hell of a photo you took, Mary. I don't know that. I don't know what happened when they got evicted. No, that was a great photo. Yeah, right, Farfair. Yeah, Becky is tough. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yeah, I know. Oh, really, Simka? No, I think Becky's older than that, isn't she, Rita? Ginger. Ginger. Yeah. Yeah, I thought Becky was older than 40. Yeah, new place, Beth. Yeah, she had beautiful hair. You're right. Oh, you like it, Beth. Yeah, I do miss Marguerite, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really into. I mean, I like sitting out here like this, but I'm not into swimming or anything. Oh, hi here for fashion. Oh, thank you. Good night, Conan. Glad you're improving. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. That's a port pole. That's right, Beth. Oh, good, Beth. That's all right. No, I haven't been down there, Wayne. Oh, good, Frederick. Happy birthday to whoever. Well, this is a very special night. I'm going to get my third dragon's milk. This is very festive. If you guys hear a loud splash, call 911. You've been drinking?
No, I got up.
I'm not done. I'll lock it when I come in. You want to come out? Kelly? I'll lock it when I come back in. All right, thank you. Yeah, did you see Daisy out there? Hey, Squirrely. Nah, she don't want to come out. Daisy hates the heat. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, she locked the door. She didn't know I was out here. You don't even need to lock the doors around here. You know, they say simple house locks just keep the honest people out. Real crook. He didn't give a shit about some bullshit lock. No, none by here. Although I guess there's been people getting bit by copperheads around here. I'm on my third dragon's milk. This is so great. Oh, wow, JMO. 11%, I'm proud to say, Caroline. 11%. No, Philip, not here anyway. I mean, not that I know of. You know, same as wine. Yep. Truth serum. That's what the old people call it. Hey, Keith. Yeah, I did go. Yep, I did. Yep. I did because I was caught up on everything there, and I'm waiting for these goddamn tractor parts. Fucking bush hogs fucked up. Air conditioning isn't working in the John Deere. What's that, Keith? I put a bit on a goddamn skid steer so I'd like to tear it apart. Those things fascinate me for some reason. It's pretty impressive engineering. No, I haven't seen a snake yet. One when shortly after I got here, I ran over a timber rattler. Or somebody else ran over it, and then Marty and I finished it off because it was suffering. No, I'm not really sure. I mean, I haven't really checked it out too much. I think there's 6 poisonous snakes in Georgia. And I don't know where the fucking things hang out, but I'm pretty sure it's like places where they're not going to get spotted because, you know, I cut like 110 acres of grass. And I'm out fucking around the woods all the time. I've never seen one, but I'm not picking up logs and that kind of shit. So I'm not exactly sure what the ideal habitat is. But I'm pretty sure you gotta like go out of your way to find them. Maybe not in the winter when they're trying to get warm, but so far. Hey, Eternal Dorman. Where you been, man? I've been all over the West a million times. That's the problem with me. I've been every state, uh, everywhere in Alaska, all over out west. And honestly, There's nothing new for me. Oh, good for you, Eternal Dorman. Hey, Mary, put a link to Eternal Dorman's channel, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm getting. I would have liked the van life at one time, but I've been everywhere so much that it's just I don't get excited like I used to. The best thing about Crawfordville, solitude and no ambient noises. Nah, fuck living in a van. Yeah, when I get this place finished, I'm gonna have a lot of like living space. People come down and visit. This is what you get when you come to visit me. I'll pick you up at the airport. You can just bring your books you've always wanted to read and you haven't found the time to do. And you're just gonna fuck off. You're gonna listen to these big thunderstorm, rainstorms in a nice room, silk sheets, nice mattress. I'll cook dinner for you, breakfast, and just read your books, eat nice, fuck off. And just listening to birds sing, insects sing, and sleep in, stay up late, drink wine, fuck off for a solid week. Not a goddamn thing you gotta do. No, I swear to God, no strings attached. I'm not gonna be trying to fuck you or hit you up for blowjobs or any of that weird shit. Yeah, man, seriously, I got lucky, man. I've been lucky in life, and I've been in a goddamn nut house a couple times. So if I can keep somebody else from going there, I'm all for it. Yeah, just come and go as you want. Whatever you take my car, go fuck off, go look at places. Just enjoy yourself. Yeah, Nirvana. Bring your boyfriend or your husband and stuff. No, I say fucking RV. Yeah, just come out and just relax. You're gonna experience like something that I didn't even think was possible. Total silence at night. You look like nothing progressed from 1940. No, it's something you'll know whether you like it or not before you leave. But everybody is so caught up in the rat race and shit that, it'll force you to do things that you don't seem to find time to do. Read the Bible, read Oedipus, all these things. Stay up late, sleep in, drink wine, fuck off. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Nah, fuck no. Nothing is going to change when you get here. If you're not a person it's going to force you to do stuff that you couldn't do on your own. It's just like total silent nature. You can just party. You can join in on the late night chats. And if you're into Civil War and Indian stuff, Native American stuff, you'll be in heaven. That shit is everywhere down here. And if you're a Confederate War connoisseur, you'll be in Nirvana. No, I know, Rita. Hey, believe me, I'm along for the ride. I can't explain it. I mean, you never know what fork in the road where it's going to take you. I could have got caught robbing a bank down trying to supply Becky's heroin habit. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Civil War. It really is fascinating. But to me, and if you look in the outside market, it supports this. The Confederates were so much more interesting than the North. Oh, you'll love it, Beth. Beth, when you come visit, I'm going to take you to all the Civil War monuments, and then I'm going to recite the history of pornography to you. I'm going to get the zip line. As soon as the weather cools down, I'm not really one of these type guys, but I'm going to go over there and clean that goddamn Revolutionary War site up. That's embarrassing that they would have won that war. It's Wilkes County, Washington. And those tombstones look like fucking shit. It's like fucking dump. I'm gonna go over there and clean them up. That's an important war. I mean, that's why we're talking America. 1776? The fucking place looks like a goddamn junkyard. No, you'll like it, Beth, yep. Good southern food, just no bullshit, man. Just a nice, fun time. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you deserve any like awards for it, but when you think of the Revolutionary War and these guys won that war, and their tombstones are there, which I'm not even into that shit. I don't even want a tombstone. You can throw me to the sharks, but there are other people that are, and I just think as a country, as an American, that it's embarrassing that you would benefit from their sacrifice. And if there is some credence to tombstones and graves and all that shit, and you would let it look like this, it's fucking embarrassing as a nation that that like a foreigner could come here from, like Philip could visit here, and he'd go there and he'd think, what a fucking dump. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be, egregious for me to be motivated, but I'm motivated on that one. I'm going to go over there with that light acid wash and my portable pressure washer. I'm going to clean that motherfucker up. Yeah, the Revolutionary War. And look at that church that I went to here the other day, that Antioch church. Looks like fucking shit. People spend like, it's just such a lack of respect. And it's motivating when I don't believe in that bullshit anyway. But, I mean, it's already been done, and at least you should honor it. That's another place, that Antioch Christian Church I went to, in that little place in South Carolina. Looks like a fucking garbage dump. Yeah, I think so too. But what's even more fucked up than that is that you would be a person that would go over there, clean it. What's it take? Like 5 hours? Fucking squirting shit out of a portable pressure washer. Pick up the trash. Weed eat it. And then go on and make a video what a great person you are for like doing what 10,000 people that have been there before me should have done and just kept their mouth shut. Yeah, man, you got to be fucked up. I would never upload a video about that. Hey, everybody, look at me. I'm over here, fucking only Revolutionary War they won around here, and I'm cleaning up the tombstones. Like, what a douchebag. Isn't that cool, Caroline? Yeah. I told Marty the other day, you ought to collect churches. Now, he's getting a church deconstructed, 1847, and rebuilt on the property. And I said, we ought to collect churches, man. He said, that's a good idea. Let's collect churches. And we got it like 110 acres. So now we're looking at other churches to move. Yeah, as a Christian church, just kind of been about. I uploaded a video on it the other day. Eternal. Hey, Dave. Right on, Frederick. Yeah, Antioch Church, yeah. Oh, really, Caroline? Yeah, that's a good question, Rena. Yeah, you're right, JMO. Church or no panties, I'll join. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Right on, JMO. Thank you. Right, JMO. Yeah, I'm not into that swimming, Beth. You know, Marty was telling me he was talking to his brother owns a construction company, and he hired a guy the other day, 90. Good night, Caroline. Yeah, thank you. Good having you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't get in that ocean down here for anything. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it's up there. I forgot how I titled that video. I think Church of No Panties. If you put it in the search box, you'll find it. No, I know. Yeah, I videotaped that. You know, some fucker went out there and vandalized that, Frederick. You're talking about Oakwood Church off Will Carlton Drive. No, 90 years old. 90 years old. He hired him, carpenter. Man, I'm getting fucked up in this dragon's milk. Yeah. This party. What time is it? Oh, 11. Oh, thank you, Rita. Extra big party. That's it. Yeah, right, Dave. I know. Yeah, it's my buddy. The same guy that owns the place where I'm living at in Crawfordville owns this place. This is Hilton Head. Yeah, I'm drinking a dragon's milk. Oh, happy birthday, Frisky. Good night, Wayne. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Good to have you. Yeah, happy birthday, Frisky. Yeah, Ryder's a good guy, Philip. Who, Dave? Yeah, see you, Wayne. Yeah, Marty's a good guy. There's a lot of women that like to marry Marty, believe me. No, that's Marty's brother. Yeah, have a good night, Beth. Sweet dreams. Yeah, do it. What's wrong with this damn thing? No, he's a super good guy. Yeah, good luck. They're hard to find. Yeah, Bess had enough of marriage. No, it's funny you should bring that up, Philip, because that wood was valued at $2 million by a university. There's a company in there now that's been deconstructing that, and they're gonna see if either one can make any money. They've been there a week, and they're stacking the planks up in the warehouse. I'll give you an update next week. Yeah, you're right, Simka. Nah, I think I'm gonna do one of these Barnuminium things. If you look up Barnuminium, yeah, I'm not into it that much, but I gotta pull the trigger on that. Whatever the fuck it is, it'll be done by Christmas. Philip, these beams in this factory are estimated at 450 years old. Hey, John. No, no modular, no. Maybe steel building, which I guess is kind of modular. Oh, thank you, Beth. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Yeah, 450 years old. Yeah, they're these giant plank. I'll make a video of it. That factory was built in 1890, which was no big deal then. And you know, you needed lumber that thick and that big to have these support beams. Oh, thank you, Beth. Yeah, I'm gonna get those, Rich. We'll party all night when you visit, Beth. All right, you night, Bethy. No, the wood is really beautiful. If you look at those old videos I did of the two houses on Marty's property where I'm living, slave headquarters, and I don't know what the other building was used for. That is called hard pine, and it's gorgeous wood. Yeah, that's cool, Jeff. Yeah, Google it, JMO. I never heard of it either. Yeah, I am rich, yep. Yeah, I saw him before JMO, but I didn't know that's what they called him. Well, that's up in the air right now, Philip. Yeah, Wormwood's cool. Simka, if you want a beam or something, if you got a place in your house, I'll save you one of these. If you saw one of these beams, you'd really like it. Yeah, you're right, Simka. Yeah, it's true. Or Mary. Yeah, thank you, Rich. Yeah, I'll get you a beam if you want one. No, I'll get some videos of them. They're really super cool. To me, it just seems like a shame cutting them up. You know, making veneer out of them and stuff. No, there's not, Rich. If you look up the sock factory in Union Point, Georgia, that's the building that I'm talking about. See, the old building, that was a lot of it is just like not worth a shit. But over the years, other companies have put on additions. That's all Marty really wanted. So if you look up the sock factory in Union Point, that's the building. And back then, it was no big deal. You know, you got these beams, and that's how old they needed to be to have wood that thick, and they didn't think much of it. No, it's super cool looking wood. It's not just like, you know, you're feeling good because it's old. It's unique looking. Oh, it's clearing up here. Stars now. Yeah, the West End is at the beginning of this gated community. Oh, cool here for fashion. No, they sure did read it. They sure did. Look at that bank in Crawfordville. Same way. Just gorgeous wood. Yeah, I love Hobo Strove. He's a hero of mine. I love that guy. Yeah, Lost Art. Everything sucks now. Everything is this energy conservation fucking bullshit. Fucking man-made stuff. Yeah, they do. I mean, these beams sell for big bucks. Like, rich people that want to put them in their new houses. Yeah, no, I agree, Rich. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Philip. It's already heading there. Yeah. Right, JMO. No, I'll bring it up to you, Simka. They're different sizes. I'll bring it up when I go gambling up there. Bring it up with me on a trailer. Yeah, I've been everywhere in Montana, Rich. You're getting there kind of late for making it across the Going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park. It's probably going to be closed by then. Yeah, no, that's what I'll do. I'll bring it up when I go gambling. Yeah, it's a good road, JMO. Yeah, I've been on that a lot of times. It's called. You need to get there, Squirrely. Seriously, the way you like to travel, Going to the Sun Road. It's in Glacier National Park. Very short season, like June through September. But you need to make that drive. I have videos of it uploaded. Yeah, they are, Sonia. No, Havre is super cool. You'll love it there. No, you would love that. You would love it, Squirrely. But you got to pick the right time. Another place for you to look up, Squirrely, is Beartooth Pass, going through Red Lodge. That's another good one. It's the east entrance to Yellowstone. Yeah, it is, Sonia. You'd fly into Kalispell for that, Squirrely. Hey, Hangover. Oh, cool, JMO. Oh, thank you, Philip. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, you're welcome. No, believe me, that's a top-notch destination. No, those are top-notch, Squirrely. Yeah, I would have your passport too. That's the only national park that's shared with the Canadian government. Have your passport and go on the Canadian side of Glacier National Park. Absolutely fantastic. You'll think you're in Switzerland. Helen, Montana's great, Rich. No, don't worry about it, Swirly. Yeah, I wonder why too, Sonia. Those carpenter bees are a pain in the ass. No, you want to go on the Canadian side. Stunning. Beautiful. You'll think, like I said, you'll think you're in Switzerland. Yeah, those bees are a pain in the ass. They'll ruin your house. No, Texas is in trouble. No, I bet he is. I loaded it up with birdseed and fish pellets. Let me get another water. Yeah, you'll love it, Rich. No, I brought two of them. I set one on the fireplace here. Yeah, I get that, Sonia. That's right. No, Dakotas are great, both north and south. Love them both. I love Rapid City. I love Pierre, North Dakota. They're both super. I'll tell you a very cool place to go, Minot, North Dakota. You're only a short distance the Canadian border, and there's some really cool ghost towns right along the border. Dakotas are absolutely superb. Skip Deadwood. It's become too commercialized. That fucking Kevin Costner did that. Yeah, Minot is a nice town. When you go there, though, make sure you go north to the Canadian border, right out of town. Super cool, those towns. Yeah, yeah, you didn't need a passport. The good old days. You can, Squirrely, you can also get over there with an enhanced driver's license. No, I agree, Rich. Good night, Philip. Yeah, have a good day. Good seeing you. No, I think it works for Canada, but I would double check that. I would double check that. Well, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm down to 5% battery power. So I think this party is concluding. But I'll be on tomorrow night because I have one more night here. If I get up in the morning, I'll do another sunrise, hopefully. And we'll party on. All right, Rich. Good night, hangover. Bye, Melissa. See you, Squirrely. See you, Mary. All right, have a good night, day tomorrow, Rich. Frisky. Rita. You party on. I only had 75% party. Bye, JMO. Oh, you want to see me walk in the house? Oh, okay. Yeah, hang on here. I'll do that. And I drank 3 Dragon's Milks tonight. Fucking tired. Hey, Kim. Good night. I will party on. Fuck yeah. This Dragon's Milk fucked me up. I haven't drank 3 of these in a long time. My inhibitions have left me. All women have become beautiful. Gotta lock the door. Kelly's afraid somebody's gonna come in. Here's my bedroom. Hey, Mystique. Side of the road naked. Yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna brush my teeth. You guys can talk. I plugged my phone in. Let's party. Get out of here, little Star Club, you loser. They don't like that. Yeah, I plugged my phone in. I'm ready to party. Get out of here, little Star Club, you loser. No, I plugged it in. I got the battery juice going in. We'll party all night. Right. We can party. No, Swirly, if you haven't went to going to the Sun Road yet, that's Nirvana. I'll tell you another good one you'd like too. It'd take a while, but you don't need to do it all. But Highway number 2 from Duluth all the way out to Kalispell, all the way across the top of the United States, Route 2. Yeah, I like ceiling fans. Yeah. No, those are two top-notch places. Now, Kalispell is a no-brainer, like Glacier National Park, going to the Sun Road. But Route 2 that runs across the top of the U.S., south of the Canadian border, is just a fantastic trip. But it's a long trip, so depending how much time you have. East Coast sucks, including Arcadia National Park. Canada, most of that sucks too, although Nova Scotia's cool. I don't know if you've been to Alaska yet, but that's the way to go. I hear Daisy coming to beddy. You coming to bed, hon? Coming to beddy, honey? Come on, hon. Come bed with Dad. Come on up all the way, hon. Come on, honey. Daisy girl. Come on, hon. Come on, Daisy. All right, Frederick. Have a good day. Nebraska's good. North and South Dakota, the whole states are good. New Mexico's good. Come on, Daisy. Come Betty, hon. We go bay, honey. Yeah, see you, Frederick. Daisy's down, sitting on the top of the second step to the bed. Daisy, come Betty, honey. Come bed, hon. That's her head down there. Come on, hon. Come all the way up, hon. Come on, Betty. Daisy, come Betty. Come on to bed, honey. Come Betty, hon. Come on bed, hon. Daisy, come Betty all the way up. Come on, honey. Yeah, it's not that deep, JMO. Come on, Daisy. Come on, hon. Come Betty. Well, I think I'm gonna go nighty night, you guys. So you guys have a good rest of your night today and a good day tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow night because I'm not leaving till Monday to Dothan, Alabama. Yeah, she is. Daisy, get up here. Good night, Rita. See you, Squirrely. Bye, Frisky. See you, JMO. Bye, Melissa. Bye, Mary. You guys party on. See you, don't like that. Have a good night. See you, Simka. Bye, Rita. Bye, Melissa.